Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. So today I want to complete the skeletal system. As we said in the previous video, that the skeletal system is divided into the exoskeleton and the appendicular skeleton. So the exoskeleton is made up of the skull, the thoracic cage, and the vertebral column. So the bones which make the skeletal system are 80 in number. So let's start with the skull. The skull is made up of 22 bones, the cranial bones and the facial bones. So the cranial bones, they give protection to the brain. As you can see, they are flat in order to accommodate the brain. So let us talk about the cranial bones. Most of the bones in the skull are flat bones, and these bones are connected at serrated lines called sutures. The cranium is made up of a vault as well as the base, and we should note that the base is divided into the anterior, the middle, and the posterior cranial fossa. Together, these produce the cranial cavity where the brain sits. There are also ear cavities and nasal cavities, as well as orbits which accommodate the eyes. So altogether, there are 8 cranial bones. There is the frontal bone, there are 2 parietal bones, there is the occipital bone, there are 2 temporal bones, the sphenoid bone and the ethmoid bone. As we said earlier, the cranial bones are connected by the sutures by which they have. These sutures have got special names, which are coronal, sagittal, squamous, lambdoid, and occipito-mastoid sutures. Another important information is about the foramen. These are the holes in which the nerves, the arteries, and the veins pass through. The major important point to note is about the foramen magnum. The foramen magnum is the hole for the spinal cord. So it is the hole in which the spinal cord passes through. So let's move on to the fascial bones. There are 14 fascial bones, which are 2 nasal bones, 2 lacrimal bones, 2 inferior nasal conga, 2 maxillary bone, 2 palatine bone, 2 zygomatic bone. They can be called the cheekbones. They're called 1 mandible and 1 formal bone. Furthermore, there is the hyoid bone that is located below the mandible, and this bone is not attached to any other bone. So let's talk about the vertebral column. The vertebral column can be also called the spine. The structure of the spine, it consists of 26 irregular bones that are combined together to form a flexible structure, which is curvish S-shape. The spine is divided into 5 sections, which is the cervical vertebrae, the thoracic vertebrae, the lumbar vertebrae, the sacral region, and the coccyx. Okay. The vertebral column increases in size as we go down in order to support a lot of weight or more and more weight. So let us move on to thoracic cage. The thoracic cage, it comprises of the sternum and the ribs, as well as a lot of costal cartilage. The sternum. The sternum is a flat bone located in the middle of the thorax. It is made up of 3 bones which are fused together. These bones are the manubrium, the body, and the xiphoid process. The ribs. There are 12 pairs of ribs projecting from the vertebral column. 7 pairs are directly attached to the sternum, and they are called true ribs. 5 pairs are not attached directly to the sternum, and they are called false ribs. And 2 pairs of floating ribs. It means that they are not attached to the sternum. This is all about the exoskeleton. So let's just discuss about the appendicular skeleton. The appendicular skeleton is made up of 126 bones. It is made up of limbs and girdles. It consists of the pectoral girdle, the upper limb, the pelvic girdle, and the lower limb. So let us discuss about the pectoral girdle. The pectoral girdle is made up of 4 bones. It is made up of the clavicle and the scapula. The clavicle is also called the collarbone. These 2 bones are attached. They attach the upper limb to the axial skeleton. The pectoral girdle is the one which forms a shoulder. The clavicle is attached to the sternum at the manubrium. The scapula is a thin and flat bone in nature. Furthermore, it is triangular in shape. Let's move on to the upper limb. The upper limb consists of 60 bones. It is made up of the arm, the forearm, and the head. The arm. The arm consists of the humerus, which is a long bone. The forearm. The forearm consists of the radius and the ulna. They are connected together by a flexible ligament, which is called the endodoceus membrane. The ulna is slightly longer than the radius. So let's talk about the hand. The hand is made up of several bones, which are the carpals, the metacarpals, and the phalanges. The numbers. The carpals have got 8. There are 8 bones in carpals. For metacarpals, we have 5. For phalanges, we have 14. Let us move on to the pelvic girdle. The pelvic girdle, it connects the lower limb to the axial skeleton. It starts at the sacrum region, and it is made up of hip bones, which are the ilium, the ischium, and the pubis. Let us move on to the lower limb. The lower limb consists of the thigh, the leg, and the foot. The thigh. The thigh is made up of femur, which is the largest bone in the body. The leg. The leg is made up of 2 bones, which are tibia and fibula. The fibula is much thinner than the tibia. The foot. The foot is made up of tarsals, metatarsals, and phalanges. In addition to that, there is also one of the bones which is called the patella, which is located at the knee. It is flat in nature. So this is all about the bones of the body or the skeletal system. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let us meet in the next video.